Marble, noble and precious, has always represented the excellence of Italy around the world. The marble market guarantees the survival of hundreds of companies, along with the economic well-being of the men and women involved in its day-to-day processing. Yet the marble business is a very dangerous profession.
It's coming down.
Working with stone means confronting the risk and fatigue of an extreme environment like the quarry.
Here we've got to use force, all at once, no giving up.
Success is achieved by overcoming the difficulties and challenges of an increasingly competitive sector. It's no job for the faint-hearted. To be cut out for it, they must be men of stone. The stonemen are working on the only major company order, the cladding for a new American residential complex, Building 555 in the center of New York. Unfortunately, the search for the types of marble requested by the client, statuary from the Russia quarry and Vasilis from the Bresci quarry, is proceeding very slowly.
It's no good. This isn't the material we need, and it's a real problem.
With negative consequences on the workflow at the base. To speed up production, Paolo Carli has decided to reorganize his teams.
I'd like to propose something to you. I'd like you to be the manager of the entire Serraiole.
So I'm in charge of the Serraiole?
Yes, of course. Deal.
A handshake is enough for me.
Michele was promoted to head manager of the Cervaiole complex, while Luca and Enrico were chosen to be supervisors of the Bresci and Russia quarries. The selection of materials, however, is still a thorn in his side. To resolve the problem, Paolo has decided to take a gamble.
I've been thinking of involving you more in the quarry.
Barbara is project manager for the 555 order and knows the type of materials required better than anyone.
It's not my job to go to the quarry. It's not my job to select which block to choose.
But with no experience in the quarry, her role risks altering the balance of power on the mountain.
Anyway, it's not like I have much choice. If the boss says go, you have to go.
Still unaware of this reality, the quarrymen begin the day by celebrating the new promotions.
A cappuccino with a drop of cognac, please.
Take it easy. I'm paying here.
How many croissants do you have? Trofeli eats 5.
This morning I'll be generous. I'll leave some for you.
I am the youngest. I have a white beard, but I'm the youngest. Practically, the role of supervisors had already been implemented for some time. Now Carli has finally recognized them, and I'm finally the head boss. Anyway, this is one of the first breakfasts that our Enrico will pay for, with a little help from Luca too.
Just a little help.
Well, after 9 years of sacrifice and hard work, I've been rewarded with a promotion to quarry manager. I feel pretty proud of this achievement.
Enrico, keep an eye on the time, because the schedule is the schedule.
Come on, we'll work more tonight. I learned a lot from Michele by following him and watching how he acts on the job. And now I have to show what I've learned over the years. Bye, thank you. Come on, guys, let's go. Sergio, it's time.
He's the latest arrival.
You'll work more tonight.
So in the morning here from now on?
Yes, tomorrow morning it's your turn.
While the quarrymen go up the mountain, Paolo and Jacopo have another problem to solve at the base. A new customer has requested a large order for a building on Leonard Street in a New York suburb. But with the quarries already behind schedule, there's a large risk of not being able to satisfy the request.
Paolo, I'm worried. We don't have the material for the Leonard Street order. Our quarries are all occupied with the 555. You know, we need large quality pieces in a short amount of time as usual. I don't know, Paolo.
There's only one solution. I've already talked with him. While you were out, I called Cesare Antonioli, and he'll be joining us now.
Cesare is expensive.
I understand, but...
Cesare is the owner of a tunnel quarry in Carrara who has already collaborated with Paolo in the past. The quality of his blocks is excellent, but he's a tough nut to crack in business negotiations.
The guarantee of finishing the project means a lot, and then we'll try. Hi, Barbara. Have you thought about it?
Yes, I'll try to do my best.
So you'll take care of Michele?
Maybe with your help.
Certainly, the first time I want to be there because you also have to see how people respond on the mountain.
They're tough, but they're good men. It's certainly an unusual request, but I asked her. I'm sure she can do it.
Let's give it a try.
In the meantime, Mario has recently begun excavating the tunnel at the Piastrone quarry, but things don't seem to be going well. The methodical quarry manager is looking for a block of the characteristic pure white necessary to create the chaise longue commissioned by a world-famous architect from the company's design brand. But the quarry wall is full of defects.
There's nothing I can do against nature.
However, Mario has no intention of giving up, and without losing heart, proceeds forward towards the heart of the mountain.
The color, in my opinion, is what's needed for the project. I hope there aren't as many flaws as the last piece I removed.
Time is running out, and he must get results as soon as possible to avoid incurring the wrath of Letizia, the project manager. On the opposite side of Mount Altissimo, Jacopo accompanies Barbara to the quarry.
Let's go see Russia right away. But don't get eaten.
No, I won't get eaten. Maybe you don't know me well enough yet.
Together, they'll have to explain to the quarrymen, who are unaware of the change, the new role of the project manager.
Okay, so let's move forward here and try to do the best we can.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
This is Barbara.
Hi, nice to meet you.
She's the project manager following the 555 order. Carly was clear and told me, bring her up and she knows what's needed for the order. She'll talk directly with you because she knows what to look for. You'll have to show her where in the quarry it comes from, then we'll try to get the final result together.
Yes, but Barbara and Carly should know the quarry's not a grocery store.
A project manager almost never goes up to the quarry. It's the first time even for me. I know it'll be hard for the quarrymen to accept my presence. I have a different role within the company, and so I'll try to help out as much as possible. So what are you doing now? What are you cutting?
Here we're sawing to move forward on this block, which is almost ready to be overturned.
I see some arabesque, Vasilis. Michele is working on a block that is absolutely wrong, in my opinion, because it contains some arabesque. It's got a lot of grey and is absolutely not within the range of the material approved by the customer. This instead? This part? Maybe it's better to work here.
What does she think? They put me here because they were one person short? I'm not stupid. I see that there's some grey and there's a difference in quality. But the processing method for statuary is this.
But this isn't the way we work in the quarry.
Yes, but at the base, we have to move forward on the work for the client.
I sent Enrico forward because that's the way to do it. But
That material there is no good for me. I would do this one.
But I just told you, we're not at the grocery store.
I know, but if the material isn't good, you see, it's arabesque and vasilis.
I have to change all the work myself.
But I have to deal with a client.
Let's try to work as a team.
I understand, but the guys have been busy.
It certainly won't be easy for Barbara at the beginning.
Michele, listen to me. It's useless to work and bring down stuff that's not needed.
But moving forward in the quarry has a direction.
I know, but I need material. Work has stopped. I need quality and quantity. There's no quality there.
Listen, I've got things to do. You deal with it. I'm going, so at least I'll cool down.
I'm sorry he left during the conversation. I'm not here to argue with them, but to move the work forward.
The job can't be changed suddenly. The salesman has to work with what the quarryman sends him.
And if what the quarryman sends me is that over there, it's no good. I can't work.
I understand her, but I don't understand how this can be constructive. Listen, I have lots to say, but that's fine. Do you want this here?
Yes.
Listen, the responsibility is yours afterwards.
The responsibility is mine.
That's fine.
It's going to have to take some time to get along with them, but I'll get them over to my side eventually.
Barbara's arrival has a disruptive effect on the plans of the quarrymen, who now find themselves forced to start all over again.
Stop everything, dismantle everything. We've got to change the job. Yes, stop the machine and dismantle everything.
Are you kidding?
Listen, that's enough for today. Take it off, dismantle it, and go over there. Do everything and start cutting right away.
Are you sure?
Like I told you.
On his first day as quarry manager, Enrico saw his work plan unravelled without any possibility of appeal. Certainly not the best way to start. Meanwhile, at the base, Paolo is joined by Cesare Antonioli, the owner of Cava Gioa in Carrara, to negotiate the supply of marble necessary for the Leonard Street building order. Jacopo, just returned from the mountain, also joins the meeting.
Leonard Street will be an important residential complex. Leonard Street in New York City is an order for a residential complex with a request for very large kitchen countertops. It's 7,000 square meters of finished product, 3 centimeters. But we have to respect the contract, the slightly strong venation on a white background, etc. So, your material. Cesare's quarry, the Gioa quarry, is one of the few quarries that can produce blocks this size that can satisfy such a request. I already have another job in the city that's giving me some trouble, so things have to go smoothly with you.
This is just the right moment. I have a block that could probably be just right for this job.
Cesare has always proved himself to be a serious person at work, and we've established a relationship that is giving us no small satisfaction. His product is amazing.
It's a very demanding job, but we have to come out okay. We'll be in partnership with you, so come up with your own idea in terms of deadline, and the prices are those from 2 years ago, pre-COVID. Don't think that. This is a job we've already discussed.
But that price, I wouldn't ask you much more, but if you can meet me halfway, I'll resolve the problem in the time and manner you choose.
He tends to sell his product well and in quantity, and we're trying to bring it home at a good price.
Are we watertight?
You can be sure.
Thanks. Then it's the two of you who have to...
Now that an agreement has been reached, the order will be managed by Jacopo. Meanwhile, on the mountain, Barbara is on her way to check on the work at the Bresci quarry.
Good morning, I'm Luca.
Wash it a moment and let's show Barbara. Here at this point, there's not much choice. But as a processing system, it's appropriate to go forward and then turn the quarry this way. The previous blocks produced a lot of material. This one, unfortunately. Listen, Luca, get the water and wash this one too.
It's ugly there.
I know, but let's take a look because... Go inside the floor too.
Here it'll yield less than there.
To me, this is the right place to work.
Listen, Barbara, let's try not to make mistakes or we'll lose time for nothing.
It's a bit more cumbersome work.
It's demanding and we lose time.
Given these defects, you can't use the Fantini.
That's why we waste time.
I know.
You set up the drill, you can't use anything else, and you know it. Barbara should remain down there at the base and look at these things and let us take care of the work up here.
I know it's more work, but this is the quality the customer requires, and we have to go here.
In my opinion, this is bullshit.
Whether you do the work now or later, you'll lose a few more days, but try to trust it a little.
It's a risk.
Let's try. Come on.
Let's hope it goes well for Quarry.
Make peace with it. Although Luca's processing method was more than correct, I noticed that the choice Barbara made, I don't know about the Russia quarry, but here at Bresci, she made the right choice.
The change of blocks imposed by Barbara could prove to be a winning choice.
What a waste of time.
But involves additional processing that requires more time. While Luca tries to figure out how to approach the new job, at Cava, Russia, Enrico has yet to decide how to cut the block selected by Barbara.
I'm not so sure here. The problem with this block is that there are two defects, so the cut must be studied in order not to damage the material, nor to leave any unsafe areas. Michele, do you copy?
Go ahead.
Can you come here to the quarry? I need to show you a job.
I'm coming.
We need to stay for a moment, take the situation with a grain of salt. You tell me where to divide it. You see? There's that edge there. Today is a bit off, my head's off. Please help me out.
Where did you drill the hole?
Here. So this could be sectioned.
But was there that defect under there?
Yes.
Listen, I'd move it a bit. To go to a large piece from a small one is not a problem. If you do a larger one, we'll have more room to play with. I know you've already done it there.
I understand.
He did something stupid. Maybe he's feeling the weight of the moment.
Okay, so I'll move here.
Yes, move it here. However, in my opinion, given the situation that has arisen, if we move and make the block a little bigger, it'll be safer.
Let's set up the machine again. Be patient. Okay, so I'll start here. Thanks.
On his first day as manager, Enrico made a mistake. Now processing times will be further extended. Will he be able to overturn the block within the deadline requested by the base? At the Piestrone quarry, Mario is struggling to extract a block intact that is compatible with the requests made by Letizia, the head of the company's design brand. In front of him is a new quarry row to begin, and he proceeds by first extracting the plug.
When I put the forks under it to see if a whole piece came off, I realized there was nothing that could be done.
The material is so full of defects that it crumbles between the forks of the shovel.
It won't come out.
It's all broken, you guys. It's all broken.
What should we do? There's no way. Move everything this way. It has to be removed. It's the first time since I started the tunnel that I've encountered so many defects so close together. There's no other solution. I have to remove that one as soon as possible because at this point it's useless to try to be precise. Everything must be removed. I won't say anything to Letizia or she'll get worried. If she sees something like this...
Now Mario must proceed quickly to free up the quarry, but the tight spaces make this operation complex as well.
Shall I? What do you say? We won't recover anything. It's a mess. We have to hurry to remove it, set up the thread and look for the next one. A little quick cleaning. I cleaned up everything and immediately set up the machine to cut the whole block on the left. The high piece we call the breakout, that strip of 1.5 by 4.5 meters that remain. And at the same time, I'm also cutting the one below. I hope there'll be something good on the upper left.
To obtain the requested material, Mario must hope that the upper portion of the row, called the breakout, is of better quality than the plug. Meanwhile, at the Bresci quarry, Luca has begun cutting the block chosen by Barbara.
I don't think there's any Versailles here.
In my opinion, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
I'll give you a hand.
Work or you lose the habit.
I can't stay away from the marble processing. My hands, before, after, or during the day, have got to get dirty. I have to touch something. We've changed the type of work. Since this is a very fractured portion, if we use the chainsaw, as it saws, the defects slip down and block the machine because they create a good thickness. The mountain won't breathe and can sit, as we say. Here we've used another system. With the armature of the drill, we made a perforation. In that hole, we set up a polyethylene plastic tube that allows the diamond wire to slide. It closes the ring on this part that we want to section with the cut horizontally, and we do it with the diamond wire machine. There's a hole, that one.
The hole is low, we won't be able to get it anymore. The higher part is up here. Although yesterday we prepared everything to start there, the fantini, the chain and everything, we did everything for nothing.
Luca isn't completely wrong. As a processing system, it was convenient to go forward on the other side, but something came out there the previous time. Listen, Luca, when we removed it from there, it was already shattered, but we did recover something.
Yes, we found some Vasilis, but we could even find some here immediately.
The floors are there, but the sizes we need aren't big. The block will come down fractured. The fractures are pretty conspicuous, but I'm sure there's something good inside. On the opposite side, perhaps the whole block would have come down, but as far as material, we don't know what's there. That's why I agreed with Barbara, and we decided to go ahead with this system.
Don't you see? They send a girl from the base, and it's up to us to work hard. Michele's hands are tight now that Barbara is around. He has to ask her opinion too, and she gives us problems. I hope I'm wrong and that Barbara won't waste my time, otherwise I'll be angry.
Leave it a little. Go, pull. Turn on the water, Ricardo.
It's on!
Pull, pull.
Finally, the diamond wire machine can begin to cut the stone.
Okay.
But the work has only just begun. Barbara's intervention hasn't only complicated Luca's life. At the Russia quarry, the atmosphere is tenser than ever.
Come on, I'm already angry. We'd already made the cut and put the holes behind it. We worked for nothing. Now I have to turn everything and start from zero, in the hopes that behind this is what the lady wants. Let's set up the column and all the rest here.
There?
Mark there. Let's get ready to set up the machine. You unhook the machine, you stay here with me, so we can fit the track. Quickly, or you can talk to Barbara. I don't blame her, to be clear, but then it's the guys and I doing the hard work. Come on, easy. Come on, let's get a move on. Turn on the machine.
Enrico pushes his guys to give their best,
Calm down.
so as to make up for lost time.
What a job. Look, this is no good. Organize yourself better.
The wire's ready, now I'm going down with the hole. Where's the hole?
Tell me when it's on the ground.
Now!
He's out.
Can I pull it?
By evening, the block must be overturned. Enrico can't afford to miss his first target as quarry manager. After closing the deal with Paolo, Cesare has returned to the Gioa quarry to inform his men of the new job. Gigantic and imposing, like a cathedral carved out of the heart of the mountain, Cesare's quarry is the best example of a tunnel extraction basin. The responsibility of managing the operations are shared with his brothers, Luca and Danilo.
For us, marble processing is something that has been handed down for generations, from grandfather to father. Now it's us, but I hope tomorrow they'll be our children and their children too.
Together, the three of them carry forward the work of the quarry with an almost scientific rigor, calculating every action to the millimeter in order to manage blocks that are often over 1,000 tons.
It's a tradition we carry with us. By now, we have it in our blood. I was with Paolo at Heru. There's a big job to do. I'd give it priority. It's pretty particular and requires more than 7,000 to 7,500 meters of work, and we'll have to do it with this part here.
If we can.
I wouldn't lose it. I already told him yes.
Cesare did not hesitate to accept the job.
The multiples he takes are always 2 to 4 meters. We have to see if we can.
But before starting cutting operations, he must verify whether the block actually contains all the material requested by Carly. To do this, Danilo and Luca proceed to draw the measurements directly onto the block.
Go. Set the line down there.
This technique allows them to make very accurate predictions in terms of finished blocks.
Go up. Go up.
Raise it up.
Tailor-made.
Lower it. Okay, go. Check the measurement. How much do you have left?
Now look. We have 370.
This is certainly the Carly block. The measurements are all there.
They're there.
So it seems pretty simple to me. We need to cut the channel above, so without touching the part there, we remove the channel, make room for it. We move it and overturn this too. It seemed a little more... We better not say anything to Carly, or he'll lower the price. I made it so big.
The huge quarry row should be enough to obtain the over 7,000 square meters requested by Carly. But cutting to the millimeter leaves no room for errors. Otherwise, the brothers' plan risks going up in smoke. At the Piestrone quarry, having finished cutting the upper part of the block, Mario prepares to begin the extraction maneuver in the hopes of being able to obtain a block of pure white marble without defects.
Simone, let's hope we get a piece at least 170.
Let's hope so.
Anyway, keep back a little because there are fractures.
It's all yours.
There's nothing here. I'm already starting to get nervous. It's playing a joke on us.
After a couple of unsuccessful attempts, Mario is in serious trouble.
Wait, this one here looks good.
Let's hope. We must be careful not to break. That's the important thing. How far does it go inside?
A meter.
Can you see it? It'll do as long as it doesn't have a flaw. Otherwise it'll break.
One side of the block, however, appears promising.
Come back with the forks.
But in order to save the block, he must maneuver perfectly.
Would it pass?
Yes, close it. Close and lower it. After the fork, there's a space. Come down now, and be careful. Go easy.
When it breaks on its own, it's difficult because it forms a misshapen block.
Come with it, because there's a piece.
I have to find the center of gravity of that misshapen thing. It's much more difficult than with a nice square uniform block.
It's a nice triangle. Drop down. Don't go back. Drop.
No. Cala, 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 cala. Cala. Vai, vai.
Go, let it fall. Drop the end.
Thanks to surgical precision, Mario is finally face to face with a whole block.
Let's hope so.
It looks small. Seems small to me.
You're so negative.
Negative? No, we're there. But if you cut it, it has a hole underneath. I looked again and again at the measurements to the centimetre. The quality's there, but there's no way to make the chair within those measures. The block she requested isn't there. Let's hope there's the same quality there as this one, and that it's the right size.
Unfortunately, Mario's day ends with another defeat. Within the quarry row, however, a last portion remains, a last faint hope of seeing the future chaise longue take shape. In the meantime, at the Bresci quarry, to cut the block chosen by Barbara, it was necessary to implement a cutting system that subjects the diamond wire to enormous pressure. To withstand such pressure, the wire must be in perfect condition.
What's wrong? The coupling wasn't redone, it's old. If Michele sees that the coupling's torn because it's old, he'll get angry with the three of us.
Whoever did the coupling should get the blame.
Guys, we can't make these beginner mistakes.
In addition to a change in quarry, Luca also has new co-workers with whom a harmony has yet to be found.
Come on, guys. I'm going.
Then it's your fault.
Tell me when it's enough.
In the meantime, come forward.
Go, Luca, pull!
Luca, pull. Gianelli's coming.
Listen, eh?
Well, I don't care.
Let's show some respect here since you guys are new.
Try it. It's going.
These misunderstandings make it even more difficult to carry out his work.
He's a liar.
At the Russia quarry, on the other hand, thanks to Enrico's tenacity and the cohesion of his team, cutting of the block has been completed and everything is now ready to begin the overturning.
Here you are.
Thanks. How are we over there?
We're ready.
Then let's start pumping.
Ascolta, essendo un po' mancante là, ho paura che quando vadi a spingere.
Since it's a bit saggy there, I'm afraid that when we push the block it'll tend to go to the right, and so we have to be coordinated. Listen to me and let's do the work calmly.
E si fa il lavoro con calma.
Are you able to tell whether the material is what Barbara requested?
We can't see anything yet. It's too early.
I'm curious to see what's behind it, what they saw there. Maybe in Querchetta they can see things we can't see.
And sometimes they're wrong.
It's possible. There's always something to learn.
But as soon as the hydraulic cushions begin to spread the block, a natural defect collapses.
Michele, stop everything. Enrico, there's a problem. A defect broke off at 2 meters and only the top is coming off.
What a mess!
It never comes easy.
There's not much we can do. Turn off the cushion, take it out, and then we'll consider what to do. Let's try to save it. Then after we'll give it our best.
To please Barbara.
Listen, I'll go over there and guide you with the radio, okay?
To try and save as much statuary as possible, Enrico decides to put Silvio on the excavator.
Come forward as much as you can.
In order to better manage the maneuver.
Stop there. Try to turn towards me a little. Drop. Now start turning towards the block. Go like that. Close it.
Ora cominci a girare verso la pancata. Vai tranquillo così. Vai, vai, vai sempre. Chiudi.
Can you turn a little more towards the workshop? Open the whole shovel. Open all the way. Try to push forward. Push forward. Forward. Pull it down now. Like that. Stop. Let's study how to overturn the second piece for a moment.
The two managed to detach the upper part, now compromised, without major problems. But the remaining part is the real obstacle Enrico must overcome if he wants to successfully complete his first overturn as quarry manager. Meanwhile, at the Gioa quarry, Cesare is already at work to extract the material needed for the Leonard Street building in New York.
Luca, are you ready to do the drilling?
Almost.
Okay, if you can, we'll buy some time.
The main problem working in the tunnel is the tight spaces. To prevent the huge block from getting stuck on the quarry wall during overturning, the Antonioli brothers must first cut and remove a portion, called the channel.
Go up, go! Let's put in the tie rods.
Luca,
Yes?
there's a crack.
What do you mean there's a crack?
The worst thing that could happen has happened. A job that seemed easy has now become incredibly complicated. It's high up.
Francesco, wait. We have to go down. There's a flaw.
It's a crack that starts from the left side and goes to the right. We can't tell how far it goes, but it already cuts into a portion of the material that I was going to give to Paolo. Look, there's a crack there.
Where is it?
Here it is. Against the light, here it is. You see?
Now I see it.
It seemed all too easy. We don't know where it goes.
Now let's cut.
These are some crafty cracks. They are natural defects that go inside and we can't tell how deep. You have to look at them closely.
Francesco, go up further and we'll see where it goes.
Use the hammer to follow it.
With a small hammer.
A crack like this can totally change everything. It can totally change everything. Danilo, does it go up? But then does it follow that curl there?
It follows the curl and then that's it. It seems.
There's nothing above?
No.
Take it down, Luca. I want to see it below because
So let's go lower.
we need to see below. Come down 2 meters, make the parallel and let's see where we are. There's good. Luca,
Here it is.
remove everything. We can't do it. We can't take the channel out. We need to find another solution. Nothing. We can't do what I was thinking of. We have to pull down the whole block all at once. We can't cut the channel. It must be excluded. Because we should remain inside and this defect here turns, it's true, but it might still be inside, so we have to keep everything inside. We have to find another solution. It has to be taken down all at once. The work is important and we have to do something.
Without the possibility of cutting the channel, things suddenly get complicated for the Antonioli brothers. Will they find another solution for extracting the huge block without fracturing it? Meanwhile, at the Bresci quarry, Luca has managed to finish the cut at the foot of the block.
It hasn't moved much for now. It must be sitting behind.
But let's be careful.
I'll be quick.
Bravo.
Does it pass well?
For now, we can't see anything.
For now, yes. Let's hope it goes well.
But it should begin to feel the weight.
It's starting to have difficulty.
Are you out?
You go up.
I'll go up and drop the other cord.
It's now necessary to cut the back of the block, a maneuver made complicated by the settling due to the presence of numerous natural defects in the marble.
Riccardo, is it moving up there? Keep an eye on it. Go. Pull, Riccardo.
It moved. It's starting to crack.
I can't see it. I can only tell you what to do.
Yes, it started. Go ahead, it's moving slowly.
This time,
Start with the water.
nothing can be left to chance.
It won't start? It's not going, it's pinching.
And everything must be done perfectly.
Look at that work. Come on, come on.
Pull, pull.
Exhausted, the guys managed to start the machine.
We hope to speed things up and cut this mountain. Look what they invented, poor guys.
It's smoking like the Pope.
The wire, however, isn't cutting like it should. It produces too much friction and could break. It is therefore necessary to stop operations once again. If Luca's situation is increasingly complicated, Enrico is also under pressure at the Russia quarry.
Are we ready?
Yes.
I would try there.
It's the first time he feels the weight of responsibility of being a manager. He can't even count on Michaela's advice, who limits himself to observing the moves from above.
È stato individuato come persona da gestire.
He's been chosen as the person to manage the quarry,
È bene che si pigli anche lui le sue responsabilità.
and so he must take responsibility and be a little more confident in his decisions.
Di quello che fa.
If he makes a mistake, his own promotion could be called into question, and the maneuver that awaits him is far from easy.
Pompon, I'm tired of this.
And now it turned badly.
Try to get in the corner.
I'll put a tooth like this, one out.
Silvio and I understood each other, and we immediately switched maneuver.
He and Silvio have a block with no upper portion. This condition greatly reduces their options.
Try to go with the tracks. Try to drop there. Again, again. Until you feel it touch.
The only possibility is to overturn the block in a single push.
More, more.
Carefully doling out the strength of the mechanical arm.
Now open the arm a bit. Try using the tracks. Slow. Go, all at once. Don't give up. Go, go, go. Bastard. Well done, everyone. Bravo, Silvio. Bravo, Michele.
Well done. It's been 3 hours.
Fortunately, we have some good workers, like Silvio, who help eliminate some problems.
The perfect understanding between the two co-workers makes it possible to complete this difficult overturn.
At first glance,
What a job.
today everything's gone wrong. I don't think it's good.
Go there a bit.
Upon first analysis, however, it's clear that the block does not contain much statuary.
If there were at least something, because it gave us a hard time.
It tricked us.
And what was there was irredeemably ruined by the defect that cracked the block in two. Once again, today's production for the American residential complex 555, the most important order of the company, was decidedly below expectations. The work at the Bresci quarry was plagued by unforeseen events, while the Russia quarry block broke in half thanks to the defect. Despite her commitment and goodwill, At the base, Barbara finds herself having to deal with the same problems.
So, Barbara, with this, it seems like we're there.
It's the required quality. The problem remains the quantity. It's not enough, and soon we have the display.
I know. You were at the quarry. Is there enough there?
The problem I saw was little Vasilis this morning, and we're still working on the statuary. We need more material.
I've already used every hand I've got. I can talk to the men again, but let's hope the project with Tenax goes through. We'll check and evaluate it. But it should allow us to save a lot of material before cutting the block.
The last ace in Kali's sleeve comes from his great passion for innovation.
With this partner, our epoxy resin supplier, we've already saved some blocks. Now we're at a very important stage, consolidation of the blocks.
Will the use of this resin, which promises to be revolutionary, prove the winning choice?
We're the first in the world to attempt this important project.
In the next episode of Stone Men, at the Russia Quarry, the project involving resin treatment of the blocks is launched. At the Bresci Quarry, Luca has a difficult overturn, while at the Gioa Quarry, the Antonioli brothers must extract 1,000 tons of marble.